country, we would say, hold on a second, maybe we need to have a different set of regulations for social media platforms now they're this big.
It would help if we could regulate social media, because one of the biggest offenders is D.C. and Congress have not been able to do one thing in regard to the rogue corporations of social media.
And then moves them through YouTube videos, through podcasts, moves them from that annoyance all the way slowly to a full-blown fascist politic. We don't have the equivalent of Joe Rogan and Jordan Peterson to move that man in a feminist direction.
Go fuck yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is.
Now, as you can notice that we're not only Ask the Doctor of Common Sense. YouTube was kind of vague. They didn't tell me exactly why I couldn't do a live stream, but they said it had something to do with the live stream last night. So I was trying to piece together exactly why I couldn't go live on Ask the Doctor of Common Sense. So if you're not subscribed to the Doctor of Common Sense 2 and Rama and all those, I keep telling you. So when you can't find it, I don't know what to tell you. I've been telling you, that way you can get all the notifications when I come on, because YouTube is really vague. Everybody else can do everything else. They said something about I can't live stream because last night video. Now, they were kind of vague. All they said was something about you can appeal. We don't agree with guns or something. The video I showed came straight from YouTube. What the hell is you talking about? That don't even make any damn sense. They said it wasn't a strike. It was a stop you from doing lives, because you realize that I get more views on my live broadcast than I do when I upload. So that's another way for them to control something. I just can't tell you the kind of disdain I got for YouTube. I really can't tell you the kind of disdain I got from them communists. The most vile filth they allow on YouTube. And here they are being vague whenever they tell you. This is why I find it fascinating when the left tries to tell us anything about free speech. And they was all upset because Jimmy Kimmel, who's making $15 million a year, got taken off for telling a filthy lie. But you notice they don't get upset when they destroy our rights. Now, you must understand something about the left. And the reason we keep losing is because we think when they allow us to come on their platforms, you're winning. That's not winning. I'm not going to go into a lot of details, but I'm going to just talk a little bit about the same thing Hitler, Mao, and Stalin did is what your government is doing right now. Anytime you can't criticize anyone, whether it be Israel, whether it be the Palestinians, whether it be the FBI, whether it be the CIA, when you're incapable of criticizing anyone, it simply means that those people are trying to censor you. See, this is the thing you're going to understand. And I got some clips from the left, is that hypocrisy means nothing to these people. Our side just needs to toughen up. You can show them obvious hypocrisy, and they will look you right in your face and pretend as if it's not hypocrisy. This is what the left is better at doing. This is why whenever they say something is said or was offensive, they ask for apology, I tell them to go screw their mother. I'm not ever apologizing to the left. See, this is what they say. They'll say, oh, and you supposed to be a Christian. You don't love the little children. You want to see the family suffer. I say, I don't give a damn. See, when they know they can tug at your heart, they'll keep doing it. See, with me, they said, we just got to take him out because you can't tug at my heart with that crap. I don't go for none of that. I don't got no sympathy on none of them SOBs. None of them. Because this is how all communists use, this is the tactic that they use to oppress you. They'll use shame. They'll use religion. They'll use your good. That's not who we are. I just think we're better than that. Speak for yourself. When somebody's trying to destroy me, kill me, enslave me with their policies, don't tell me that's not who we are. Speak for you and your mammy. Don't speak for me. Because I know what this is about. This is about control. Everything the left do is about control. See, we can't figure it out. Whenever somebody tells me I can't talk about something, I get highly offended because I know what you're trying to do. I'm familiar with your tactics. Well, if I was you, I wouldn't attack those people. See, no matter if you think Candace Owens or Tucker Carlson is wrong about Israel, they got every right to say whatever the hell they want. Why is it that you can't talk about another country, even if you disagree with them? Hell, I disagree with some things they say. They should be able to say whatever the hell they want to say about it. It's an outrage to tell people they can't talk about it. Won't you just disprove them with facts? They said, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to shut you up. This is the same tactics they even used in the biblical days. When Peter and John and the Apostle Paul, even the Master, the Lord Jesus Christ, they said, we don't have time to be trying to debate you because we know we're lying. We will kill you. And see, there's always kind of compromise. See, this is one of the mistakes that Charlie Kirk made. When they start giving you money, they want to control you. You say you warring with, don't be warring with your inside. Let it out. Quit trying to compromise with the devil. You're in a no-win situation when you attempt to compromise with the devil. The left is better at playing, pretending like they have principles. They'll shame you. They talk about tolerance. I don't give a damn about your tolerance. The left will tell you that you need to help celebrate a man sticking a sirloin up his rear, and then they'll come on and tell you can't say it in the body because that's their right. I don't give a damn about their rights. You can't tell me not to say it though. That's a way to shame you. Why do you care so much? Why are you trying to shove it down my throat? Just like you got a right to do it, I got a right to say something about it. And when you tell me I can't say something about it, you're using the same tactics that Mao and Stalin and Hitler use. I'm familiar with these tactics. None of your insults, that doesn't work with me. Nothing offends me more than somebody tell me I can't talk about something. What? You was offended and did you die? This is the tactics. See, they're pretending what you don't understand, but I want to show you a clip from, what's her name? Sunny Holston. They say she got a degree from Notre Dame. Y'all might want to recall that degree because she's supposed to be a damn lawyer. And whatever happened to her husband who was doing all that criminal activity? I want you to listen to what she's saying. She's going to shame you. She's going to talk about your Christianity now. I thought you was a Christian. Oh, my God. Here it is, because she was talking about the death penalty. Watch this.
People really deserve
I am against the death penalty in all cases.
Well, I think
in all cases, and that's why I find.
Let me start off. I don't know what the hell name was.
Because some people really deserve
I am against the death penalty in all cases.
Well, I think
in all cases, and that's why I find there is a hypocrisy.
She's not against the death penalty. These are the same people who was wishing Donald Trump would have got killed. That's what Joy was trying to get to. These are the same people who celebrated Charlie Kirk getting killed. So they don't care about no damn death penalty. This is the joke, though.
With certain Christians who are pro-life, but they will pull that electric chair switch. They are pro-life, but they have their AR-15s in their cabinet. They are pro-life, but they don't mind immigrant families being torn from each other. They are pro-life, but they don't care about little children's subsidies being taken away from them. That is not pro-life.
Okay, now let's address what this heifer just said. She says that if you're for the death penalty, that means you're anti-Christian. God had the death penalty if you read stupid. And there's a difference between murder and killing. Even in the Hebrew, there is a different word for that. Some crimes are worthy of death. I know you don't like that, but God doesn't care. But this is the thing that gets me. These are the people who want to kick the Bible out of everything, but whenever it's convenient, they want to bring it up now. I thought you were a Christian. You own an AR-15. This is the same tactics of Mao, Stalin, and Hitler. We want to take your guns, so when these filthy communist animals break in your house and rape your daughter or your wife or something, you won't have no defense because you own a gun. She's saying that you're not a Christian. Well, the founding fathers are the one who said that you had a Second Amendment. Funny thing about that, Second Amendment and First Amendment is in the Constitution. Technically, democracy is not in the Constitution. Look it up for yourself. I see they keep screaming democracy, but it's not in there. She says that if you're snatching these kids away from their parents, we have laws in this country for how much money of your personal money and your filthy thieving husband who was ripping the taxpayers off pretending to be a doctor. Would you please tell us how much money you people gave to the poor little migrants? Because that's what I like to know. Everybody's talking about being Robin Hood with your freaking money. She thinks she's going to shame. I don't listen to no left-wing nut job. I don't listen to, well, I thought you supposed to be a Christian. I just think it's kind of hypocritical for a Christian to be for the death penalty. Abortion is the death penalty to the babies. Y'all don't got a problem with that. So you see the hypocrisy of the left. If a MAGA folk person get killed, it's acceptable. They're celebrating. They wouldn't reprimand anybody from celebrating Charlie Kirk for being killed. And so now she's trying to pretend like you're going to throw Christianity. Hell, forget out my face. Hell is you talking about? I'm not listening to anything this vile creature says. Now she's going to extol the principles of Scripture. I'm not good at these Christians. It just dumbfounds me that they see, and a bunch of you will let these I tell them, I don't give a damn what you say. That ain't what it says. And quit trying to misinterpret the Bible anyway, Health. I'm not listening to anything you say. You're trying to say I don't have a right to defend myself. You're saying certain crimes shouldn't be punished by death. See, the left will let a serial murderer out of jail. They don't think serial killers should be killed. You can kill 50,000 people. This is why they admire people like Mao and Stalin and Hitler. Even though they're calling people Hitler, they don't give a damn about that. They love Adolf Hitler.
I am against the death penalty in all cases.
Well, I think
in all cases, and that's why I find there is a.
You don't see why Joy is laughing. She's laughing because she's trying to say that Donald Trump deserves the death penalty.
Hypocrisy with certain Christians who are pro-life, but they will pull that electric chair switch.
If you do some worthy crime, I'll pull the electric switch on you too, Heifer.
They are pro-life, but they have their AR-15s in their cabinet. They are pro-life, but they don't mind immigrant families.
Every last one of them can go eat an egg.
Families being torn from each other. They are pro-life, but they don't care about little children's subsidies being taken away from them. That is not pro-life.
I was just going to say, I'm Protestant, but my faith.
See, this is the thing. This is how they win. Everything now. Jimmy Kimmel needs to stay on the air, but they was going to hire a disinformation czar. You remember that crazy heifer who thought she was Mary Poppins?
Doing it. They are first responders. They're meant to be dealing with emergency assistance. They've had to become disinformation experts. And there was meant to be a bureau within DHS focusing on this that I was meant to lead.
I was about to say, this is why Nina should have a job, okay? Nina should be employed today in the.
First of all, I don't know what the black Shrek is talking about up here in his mustard colored dress. And this freaking porch monkey who used to be part of the RNC, and this communist pedophile over here, and this nut job over here. These are the people that they lift up now. They don't want you criticizing them.
The federal government.
I'd be happy to work for her. You mentioned Elon.
Of course you'll be happy to work for her. But see, these are the same communists. Do you remember that there was on 2 occasions, I only think of you on 2 occasions. There were 2 occasions. Well, it's more than that, but I've actually caught 2 videos. One is Anthony Fauci, and I don't know who these people, I think that some world leaders, Germany or whatever, I don't know who they are. But I ran across this video again. You remember when they were telling everybody to wear a mask. But sometimes the camera was rolling when when they didn't think the screen was showing it to the public, and they would take off their mask. And when it was time for them to go in the air, they would all put their mask back on because they was pretending. I'm gonna show you why communists do. See, they'll have you. I call it the fish in the aquarium. Are you guys familiar with the fish in the aquarium test? It's when you get these fish, you put them in the aquarium, and you put an invisible glass right in the middle. They say about the first 2 days, the fish start running his head into that glass. By 3 or 4, that he may try a couple more times. After a week, he never even try to go to the other side. This is the slam your head up against the glass technique that that YouTube and everybody else use, the social media platform, the FBI. This is the tactic they use. They'll keep making you, they say, we're going to keep stopping, we're going to investigate, we're going to try to destroy you until you learn not to go down a certain path, not to criticize certain people. Then we will allow you. Now you're being a good little slave. Look at the things they do in some of these countries, and none of these people are outraged. They're bragging on these other countries. I think they still eating bodies over in Haiti. Hell, in Somalia, they'll chop off your hand and do all kind of stuff to you. North Korea. It's funny that a bunch of these communists and socialists who came from these filthy countries are over here trying to lecture us in our damn country. I want to show you a couple of videos of these hypocrites telling you to put your mask on, but watch them. Now, I want you to look. Is that German? I don't know what this is, but these are the world leaders. They don't have a mask on. Watch when the camera gets ready to start rolling and say, put your mask on.
Mettez les masques. Mettez les masques.
Look at these frogs.
Bien.
On peut y aller? Tout le monde est prêt? Bien, mesdames.
Do you remember this? When the cameras roll, they said, put your mask on. They knew damn well the mask didn't work.
Mesdames et messieurs, le résultat de ce second tour.
This is why I listen to nothing they say, including the current FBI and DOJ. I don't listen to a damn thing they say. You're not finna tell me no lie, and you think I'm just gonna go with that scenario. Now, you may have forgot that Anthony Fauci did the same thing. Here's Anthony Fauci doing the same thing. Look, as soon as the camera goes off, you take it off. This bastard needs to be in prison. He needs to be in prison. If you just showed up, they're stopping us from going live on Ask the Doctor of Common Sense. They say it's something I did last night, but they didn't go into details. They're saying that the reason I can't go live on Ask the Doctor of Common Sense is because it had something. They're stopping me from going live because of something I said or did. Then they put some reference to guns in there. You mean the gun video I showed that's on YouTube already? Don't understand. It ain't like I'm getting any revenue from it, so I don't even know what they're talking about. But they're vague because they'll slap everybody else's wrist and they'll just stop it. Don't do that anymore. We told you not to do that. And see, the rest of the monkeys, they mind too. Well, we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to say unalive because we don't want to offend their community standards. If you want to go after somebody, Mr. President, go after them. That's who we need to go after, every last one of them over there. Damn right I said, while I'm on their damn platform saying it. Get sick of that crap, making up damn rules. You got freaking child porn on the damn internet. All this filth they be showing, and all of a sudden, they got people on their platforms talking about eating booty and everything else, and you worry about some I said or whatever. It's ridiculous. Whole damn system is set up to control you. Like Anthony Fauci. First of all, that fake pardon he got shouldn't even be feasible. Everything they've done is to stop you from speaking your mind. This is what the left do. Now, the Jane Fondas and some of the other ones have came out now. They're coming out the woodworks because they're saying that they don't understand why you have freedom of speech. We got to listen how they. So when Jimmy Kimmel got taken off the air for telling a lie, here was what they were saying about your freedom of speech.
Right given to the people of the United States is absolute, and that includes the right to free speech.
Protective measures were taken.
If no right is absolute, well, why don't we just do away with your term limits then? We need to set term limits if there's nothing absolute, because that's damn sure not absolute. Show me about freedom of speech where it says if you get offended or if you tell a lie. If that's the case, all of these people who lied about COVID and the vaccination and everything else, you guys should be removed out of office. Hell, the CDC should have everybody there arrested. Look at Como, who's running for governor, and they're going to let a communist get elected down there. Como, they say he killed about 15,000 elderly people by placing infected people in nursing homes. He's running for freaking mayor. You can't make this up. And I'm supposed to listen to these filthy communists lecture me when y'all are letting people who kill you, look at them. They're going to tell you about free speech now.
To take down disinformation.
That's not your job to take down disinformation. If somebody's too stupid to believe every damn thing, think about this. The elected officials and the media constantly lies, get caught in lies, even get sued, and nobody's saying about taking them down. It's all a propaganda tool. I loathe these people.
About vaccines and about the nature of the virus.
You guys was wrong about vaccines, especially the jab. Matter of fact, you've been wrong about just about every damn thing. And you got the nerve to want to shut us down. We should shut you down. But this is the way the left operates here, though. Here is a oh, I forgot. Miss Irma, YRMA, hit us up for a contribution. And she says, thank you for everything, Doc. Well, thank you, and I hope your daughter is doing better, Miss Irma. Hope everything is well with your daughter. Did it go through? Looked like it didn't go through. But here is these communists telling us what we need to talk about. Just like the other day, it was somebody got offended on the video because I told them that the FBI lied to us. And this freaking slave is such a slave to somebody. Even when the FBI, including Cash Patel and Pan Bundy, lie to this damn fool, they'll ignore the lie and get mad because I exposed the one lying. If that ain't the epitome of a slave, I don't know what it is. I exposed their lie and you're mad at me. So it was good. I'm out of here. That's what somebody left a comment. I left it up there too because I want everybody to see it. I forgot what video it was on. It had something to do with me saying that Tyler Robinson, I think it was a video I did, not a live, it was a video. Tyler Robinson did not kill Charlie Kirk. Well, that's it, Doc. I thought you were smart. You don't criticize. Make it make sense, you freaking moron. You get your head out your Kulu. They tell you any damn thing, you just eat it up, gobble it up. And you don't want nobody to criticize, somebody to lie to you. You're a damn slave, but you're too stupid to know you are a slave.
And about protective measures we could take.
I like to shave this clown's mustache off and check his computer for some kiddie porn.
Including masks, including social distancing.
We are not trying to censor speech. We are simply trying to create factually correct information.
It ain't your job to create factual information, you piece of trash. Won't y'all guys start being factual then? Whole Russian collusion, worry about being factual then. I don't need any of these communists trying to police my language.
To prevent harm to people.
It was public health measures to protect lives.
See, these are the kind of people who needs to be pistol whooped. Here they are getting everything wrong, and they still got the nerve to be lecturing us. This is saving lives. It ain't saving them damn lives because you was lying about the whole damn situation. They're digging deep in their chests now to find every old communist that they possibly can. They brought Jane Fonda back up too.
% happy with President Biden? Absolutely not. I get so mad at people who say, you know, I don't like him, so I'm not going to vote. You know, one young person, you know, and I said, if we don't get Biden reelected, or then it was Kamala, we're going to have fascism. And she said, this young person said to me, we already have fascism. We don't teach civics anymore, so they don't understand. What's happening now is leading to fascism.
This old communist is trying to lecture us. If they had fascism and communism, heifer, you wouldn't be speaking on the TV right now, you stupid heifer, you. This is how dumb these people are. What you guys did to me and constantly do to me is more of fascism. You can't even speak and say certain words. That's the epitome of fascism. Then she's pretending like she's being oppressed. This filthy heifer been rich all her life. Married rich man, she been rich all her life. And she got the nerve to talk about fascism. If that was really fascism, they'd have killed you a long time ago. It's obvious it's not fascism because they let you say any damn thing.
Do you think that
if you was in North Korea, if you was in USSR, if you was in China, if you were in some of these other Muslim countries, they'll cut your tongue out your mouth. You running your mouth like that.
Democrats need to change their messaging?
Absolutely.
How do you think they should change their messaging?
78 million people voted for Trump. They're not all MAGA. A lot of them were people who were just really angry and really hurting because they can't pay for things that they need, health care.
See, this is the way. I'm going to tell you something. These people have used, this is why I tell people, try to get healthy and get away from the pharmaceutical companies. Because since I've been a child, they've been talking about healthcare. And I noticed that the health has gotten worse with Americans about these so-called experts telling us about healthcare. There's more people who got healthcare than ever before. And yes, they want to give it to the illegals. Because one thing that was in the big, beautiful bill is that there was a stipulation in there that the illegals couldn't get it. Chuck Schumer, him and Jeffries having a heart attack because this is one thing I can say is very good about President Trump administration. They normally Republicans, if they had made fun of them like they did with like President Trump reposted Akeem Jeffries, they would have came down and apologized. That was in poor taste. They ramped it up and start making more fun of them. This is how you treat the communist left. Whenever they tell you something offensive to them, I make sure I keep saying it. Please tell me where it hurts at. Just show me where it hurt at, and I guarantee you I will keep repeating it. I've learned this with the left. They can't help but to tell you how you offended them. I'm saying, I'm glad you told me, because I'm going to make sure I do it all the damn time. Whatever you say offends you. If you say shipping the illegals back over to another country offends you, I'm going to make sure I keep talking about it. If you said talking about the trannies offensive to you, I'm going to keep talking about it. Whatever you say offensive, if me calling Barack Obama a queer sausage hider offends you, thank you for letting me know. Me saying Michelle Obama is Big Mike and has a sausage, if that's offensive, let me know. Because I guarantee you I'm going to keep saying it. Whatever it hurts at, just show it to me. It hurts right there. Thank you for telling me. I'll make sure I repeat it often now. Whenever somebody come in and tell me a comment that they got offended for something, I'm going to make sure the next time I come on there, I'm going to say exactly that. I'm not going to control my speech. This is the problem with our country right now. Everybody's so freaking sensitive, they got offended. Don't effing listen if you offended. Never seen so many sensitive freaking adults. In all my life, I've never seen so many damn sensitive adults. They get offended about everything. All kind of smut and filth. That's including a bunch of these conservatives too. They'll be allowing all kind of, they literally have videos on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, on what's the other one? Instagram. Literally, these little rappers are talking about eating booty. They're literally giving you the details of this. The gay man's on YouTube was talking about how they clean their rectum out and everything else. They allow that on YouTube, but you offended about something I said. You can't make this up. Get so sick of these filthy communists trying to lecture us, telling us what not to say. It's a control mechanism. Why don't I have no sympathy for? They're of the devil. They'll talk about anything, the most vile thing. I'm almost shocked when some of this stuff will come up and say, like, are you serious? This is actually on the internet and I'm getting shadow banned? Something wrong with a country. And I remember when I got kicked off the first time in 2017 off YouTube. Some of these filthy so-called conservatives said, well, the reason you got kicked off is because some of his language. You think they really offended by language? Are you serious, moron? Some of the most vile things anybody can say, I'll show it to you time and time again. Matter of fact, if I go get the videos of some of the filthy stuff they saying and I replay it, they'll give me a strike, but they'll let them do it because they're working for the same team, the devil. They want to dictate what you did. This crazy heifer right here. Wish they could drop her off over in freaking Vietnam somewhere. She's offended. It's a dictatorship, but you get a chance to say whatever the hell you want. And you talking about Donald Trump is a dictator. He's the worst dictator I've ever seen. See, the Nazis under Adolf Hitler, they used strict censorship and persuasive propaganda to turn people against those who had done no wrong. Does this sound familiar to anyone? I said the Nazis are doing exactly what your media and your government is doing right now. They say, how dare you criticize such and such. Anybody who you can't criticize, that's communism. So what if they ain't telling the truth about it? Even if they flat out lying, so what? The Nazis under Adolf Hitler, they keep calling Donald Trump Adolf Hitler. You couldn't have ran your mouth in Adolf Hitler's Germany. Oh no. But see, what's the thing about it? That's why they like to control the media. All dictators, all communists, all Nazis, all fascists must control the media. If we're fascists, how are we not controlling? If Donald Trump is a fascist, how is he not controlling the media? That's the number one goal you have to do. Seize the media. See, the Nazis eliminated parts of their constitution, which gave its citizens free speech. They said, we got to take that away, but it's for your own good, damn it. They use lies to make the public think that your life is in fear. All they got to do is scare most people. They'll just start giving up their rights. You can't scare me enough to give up my rights. Damn that. But see, if they can get, this is why they allow crime to continue in your community. So they can have a reason to violate your life. Remember the man I showed you, it was 2 days ago? His daughter was murdered by a criminal who had been arrested 39 times. He committed more crimes than that. He had 25 felonies. 25 felonies. And the judge said, you know what? I think he's been rehabilitated. Let's let him back out of prison. He murdered a 22-year-old young lady who was visiting her friends. I think it was South Carolina. And see, this is what the communists do. They allow criminals. They allow illegals from other countries who's involved in gangs. Notice that they don't say anything against child molesters. Matter of fact, child molestation is viable. This is including in Israel. I played the video. If a child molester is Jewish, he goes to Israel, they protect him. But if you say that, oh my God, it's anti-Semitic. No, that's a fact. They're a bunch of perverts allowing these damn pedophiles to come to their country. But you can't say that, yeah, God's chosen people. Well, according to those who follow Jesus is God's chosen people. See, when you make people afraid, they will give up more of their constitutional rights. See, the Nazis suspended civil liberties. Kind of what they're doing to us. You're going to take that shot. It's good for you. You're jeopardizing everybody else by not taking the shot. Hold on a minute, moron. You double mask. You got double mask on. You've been triple vaxxed. You took the boost and everything. Why are you worried about you're safe? Because if it really works, why are you worrying about it's about control. See, they won't admit to that. If they took their vaccination, they got double masks on, they got boosters and stuff, why are they concerned? Let me die. Because you don't understand. This is why when somebody tries to force me to do something, I will not do it. Just because you're trying to force me. What the hell do you think this is? Whenever somebody tries to force me to do something, I'd rather die. How stubborn I am. I'd just rather die than let you force me to do something I don't want to do. I don't like to eat nothing I don't want to eat. You're not going to force me to eat nothing. I don't like to drink nothing I don't want to drink. I don't like nobody to tell me what I can't talk about. You offended. So what? Did you die? And that's how they control you. Oh my God, I can't believe you would say such a thing. That is so terrible. I think you need to do an apology. They got people molesting children. They don't even ask them for an apology. Somebody got hurt feelings online and they saying you need to apologize. Can't make it up. See, the Nazis they were great at using propaganda and controlling the media. They'll have you hating people who ain't done nothing to you. Look what Donald Trump is Adolf Hitler reincarnated. Let them tell it. See, if you had called the Nazis a Nazi back in the days when Hitler was here, it would have been a badge of honor. Thank you so much as a compliment. But look at today's society. Bernie Sanders, AOC, that Mandani, whatever his name is, and most of all the Democrats, they're comfortable with democratic socialism. These are morons. I don't have a problem. No, I'm not a communist. No, I'm not a Marxist. I am a democratic socialism. Could you explain it is? That means I want to take your crap and give it to somebody who didn't earn it. See, isn't that wonderful? Democratic socialism. Why would you be against that? Come on now, it's so wonderful. Edward Bernstein, he was for it. He's from Germany. As a matter of fact, he can be considered as the father of democratic socialism. He hated capitalism. Why don't you move to a communist socialist country then, bastard? Why don't this little piece of trash who's running for mayor, why don't he go back to his country then? If that's so wonderful, it's called democratic socialism. No, it's Marxism and communism. And if I decide that I'm going to go get about 20 flavors of horse manure, you think and I call it German chocolate cake. Does it make it German chocolate cake? No, it doesn't. See, Mao encouraged people. You remember when Mao, if you know a little history of Mao, Mao encouraged people to speak freely. He said, come on, I want y'all to speak. I think it was called the 100 Flowers campaign. Ooh, that sounds so flowery. Communists are good at naming things that mean something opposite, like Obama cares for you. It's called the 100 Flowers campaign. That sounds like something Barack Obama or Kamala Harris or Joe Biden or one of these leftist progressive who's nothing but filthy communists would come up with. The 100 Flowers campaign. Ooh, that sounds so lovely. They even had a fancy slogans for the 100 Flowers campaign. Guess what their slogan was? Let 100 flowers bloom. Let 100 schools of thought contend. Leap forward. See, these are the sick people that you can't believe nothing they say. Doesn't that sound real flowery? Let 100 flowers bloom. Let 100 schools of thought contend. Oh, that sounds lovely. Let's meme that. See, after people started speaking against the communism, they were labeled as, watch this, poisonous weeds of dissent. Ooh, what happened to the flowery smelling now? See, it went from how wonderful and sweet the fragrance of free speech is. Now you're poisonous weeds of dissent. See, those who spoke against the communists, guess what they labeled them as? Righteous. Does this sound familiar? We're called the extreme right, the MAGA, as if making one's country great is bad. But see, they're good at the labels. They'll stick a label. You're a hypocrite. I don't care. See, I don't care about the names. I don't care. So what? Well, don't you care about the little kids dying? No, I don't. Ain't nothing they can say to me to have me to. I'm not submitting to none of that. I already know your tactics. Well, you know, the Bible says you're supposed to turn the other cheek. Listen here, you demon, you. You want me to allow some filthy animal communist to come up in my house and I supposed to turn the other cheek? Why did David turn the other cheek? Why, matter of fact, why was Peter even why did he have a sword in the Garden of Gethsemane and cut off the fella's ear? Why has Peter got a weapon? I don't understand why. This is New Testament. Peter got a weapon. He cut the fella's ear off because he came for Jesus. Why cut your ear off? Now, why is Peter with a weapon? And Jesus is right there. Jesus know he has a weapon. Don't understand Peter having a weapon. That's not very Christian, Jesus. You should have rebuked Peter for carrying a weapon, cutting off ears and everything. See, he says, my time is here. The reason Jesus healed the man's ear, not he didn't say, Peter, it's wrong for you to have a weapon. He said, no. This is the reason I came. It's time now. But see, Mao and the communists, just like Adolf Hitler, they all got the same tactics, whether it be Nazi, communist, socialist, fascist, they all the same. These extreme MAGA folks. See, under Joseph Stalin, totalitarianism, is that how you say it? they eliminated free speech too. They eliminated a combination of, I think they used like state enforced censorship, persuasive propaganda, kind of like Adolf Hitler and Mao did. Stalin did the same thing. And see, these people will tell you how bad, see, religion is so bad, it's killed so many people. Just give me Stalin, Adolf Hitler, Mao, Pol Pot. They've killed more people than all the other religions and dictators put together have killed. Hell is you talking about? Atheism is the #1 killer. But they won't tell you this right here because it seems so flowery. We just want to be a free spirit. Notice that they always, first thing they like to do is start suppressing free speech. Then they want to take your weapons. See, Joseph Stalin used propaganda to turn the people against the damn farmers. Mao used propaganda to make you hate people who hadn't even wronged you. Adolf Hitler had family members telling on each other. Dissent was brutally punished in communist Russia. This is the communist part. We got a bunch of communists running around right now trying to tell you what and what not to say. These are the people who went to the social media platform. Think about this. The people, the old guard of media for the longest was dictating everything that you saw. Look at the evening news with Ted Koppel. I'm Ted Koppel. Dan Rather, all filthy liars. But they were, for some reason, they were such people of integrity. Dan Rather would never lie to me. Ted Koppel would never lie to me. These people are known for lying because the government, you can call it the deep state, every government controls the media, and this media is no different. Think about this. Joe Biden was pretending to be the president, and all the media didn't do that damn job. See, the media is supposed to be some line of defense and expose the lies. But the media went along with the lies. The media actually started pretending as if Joe Biden was normal. Oh, he's sharp as a tack. And here's the kicker. All of them was using the same language. Means that there was a memo that went out. See, all communists, they got like memos, propaganda. Repeat this line. And they all say, he's sharp as a tack. I can't keep up with it. This is the best version of Joe Biden I've ever seen. We knew they were lying. They knew they were lying. But that's the narrative. And then after he gets out of office, they're pretending like, oh my God, I kind of knew something was wrong. Why did they deceive us? You shouldn't be in media anymore if Joe Biden fooled you. All you have to do is look at him for a couple of seconds. He was talking to a woman named Jackie that he went to a funeral asking, is Jackie here? No damn fool, she's dead. You went to her funeral. Jackie, are you here? Jackie, are you here? She's here just like your mama's here. What do you mean is Jackie here? Did you not go to her funeral? Moron you. They lied the whole time about you. Oh, he's sharp. Then they start telling you that Kamala Harris, she is qualified. She's highly qualified. Well, every time she talks, it's like a word salad. So what? She's black. Well, she's Asian and black. Well, she's mainly Asian. But that's qualification. Joe Biden picked it because he said he was going to pick a person of color. Everything they do is the lie. They'll use anything. They'll use the race card. That's why they keep talking about the race card. It is a tool of the communists. Use the race card. Use the gender card. Use the poor little people. Oh my God, they're so poor. This is what they do to the illegal. You think that the Democrats really give a damn about the freaking illegals? No, they don't give a damn. But they said this is our new voting block. We'll give them a bunch of free stuff because some of the other ones are working. Some of the other colors are waking up. Some of the other little brown Latinas in this country are waking up. So we need to import us some new slaves. Aren't you happy that I brought you in this country? From the trash country you came from. Your country is wonderful. Notice that Bernie Sanders is always bragging on these other countries. Why don't you go live there? Take your Hildebeest's wife with you too. We're living in pathetic times because we have allowed it. Oh, hold on just 1 second because I got another clip here for you. I got this lunatic left is saying that we're unintelligent. She's saying you can't have a conversation with the MAGA people. But before I play, I want to play Kamala Harris talking about the illegals again. You remember this right here?
The bill also says, quote, every individual who is a resident of the United States is entitled to benefits for health care services under this act. Not every individual who's a citizen, but every individual who's a resident. So you support giving universal health care, Medicare for all, to people who are in this country illegally?
Let me just be very clear about this. I am opposed to any policy that would deny in our country any human being from access to public safety, public education, or public health, period.
Well, she's pretty adamant about that. She said, period. Put a period at that, too. Period. But see, I don't think you realize what you're dealing with on the left. And see, one of the things in the art of war is know your enemy. And this is nothing but a naked communist. The only way she's ever gotten ahead is on her knees. She's not smart. Everything she does, every statement. I didn't know how dumb she was until he made her the freaking his VP. And then you had George Stephanopoulos today telling what's his name, Mike Johnson, that the Democrats, they don't want to give the illegals any free health care. I did the video today. I showed you the video. In the video, they're specifically saying they all raised their hand and said, yes, I want to give illegals free health care. They work hard for the illegals than they do for you and I, easily. Now, I want to show you something because I want to show you how crazy this. I got one of Joy Behar again, just bear with me. And I got 2 more of Sonny Holston.
If you guys think that we can survive another 3.5 years of this, I think you're delusional. Every day there's some nihilistic
it's only
thing.
Tuesday, Joy. Can we not start there?
You're
I
the one
mean,
who
I
always
hate to
tells
be
me,
Debbie
though,
Downer,
but
but every
always
day
tell me
this guy
country
is
survived a lot.
undoing something in this country that we value.
Specifically, tell us what he took away that you value. Illegals, they're not in jail. And the federal government has a bunch of non-essential workers. Operative word here is non-essential. Who runs a business and say, I'm going to go hire a bunch of people that I don't even need? Only in the damn government. And I saw some lady, I forgot what show she called, I was listening to the radio on my way to the house, and she was on there arguing. I think it was, what's his name? I can't remember his name. Anyway, she was arguing that Donald Trump is so wrong for he's shutting down the government and these people need the money. And then the host brought it up to her. What if they don't need these employees? She said, it doesn't make a difference. You still got to give them the money. Communist thinking. You can't have an intellectual conversation with these people because they think it's their duty. You're obligated to give them a bunch of free stuff. And anybody who they say else needs the free stuff. You're obligated to do this. And if you don't do it, there's something wrong with you. Let me let Joy continue.
Every day. It's every day is a shock and awe here. And I for one, am skeptical that we will survive this.
I am not.
I am
so
not,
if you need
no.
that for
I
a
am
week,
not.
I do believe.
But Joy,
believe in our
you've
system.
seen worse.
No,
right?
no, I
You've
have
seen
not.
Worse.
No, I grew up during World War II.
It's Whoopi that says she's seen worse.
No, I thought
All right, I'm
Joy
going to need
saw
Whoopi to
worse.
cheer us up.
No, but every
Cuban Missile
every
Crisis,
president,
civil rights.
and they were all dealt with by presidents who were not, in the business of destroying the country and destroying the Constitution.
I'm hopeful.
I mean, we always had presidents who followed the law, including Nixon. As bad as he was,
You hear that? They threw Nixon under the bus again. They said he followed the law. Obama broke. Nixon is a saint compared to George Bush, Herbert Bush, Barack Obama, Jimmy Carter, and Joe Biden. All of them put together, he's a saint compared to them. Acting like Nixon had did all this bad stuff. It's a joke. They keep acting like Nixon. Oh my God, Nixon is he's so terrible. The things he did. What did he really do? He's the one who ordered them to break in the damn place for Watergate. That's child's play. Watergate is child's play. All the stuff that freaking sausage hider Barack Obama did. Tell me about anything he did. That's a joke right there in itself. My man, wait a minute, who is that? Augustina DeBella. God bless you, brother. Just hit us up for a sponsorship. Thank you so much, Mr. Augustina. Bella. That's the Italian dish. They need to name a dish after you, Augustina. They need to name a dish after you. But here they are acting as if he ain't doing enough because he ain't draining the swamp. And the FBI, either he's in on it or they lying to him. But he's done more than all the other presidents put together. That's the sad part. And I still got complaints. What do you think about that? But I want to show you, here's Sunny. Need to change her name. Here's Sunny speaking of DEI. And then another one, she's contradicting herself on free speech.
Hear someone say, I'm against diversity, equity, and inclusion. It gives me great pause because it makes me feel that you don't want diversity, equity, and inclusion.
It depends. Not for the sake of just having diversity. No, I don't want to just give a bunch of people who's not qualified. If they're qualified, I don't mind diversity. But you want me to just hire somebody based on something besides merit?
And the Republican Party and the conservatives have done a great job of bastardizing that term. And I think it needs to be retaken and explained.
She's so damn ignorant. Can't believe she's a lawyer. I really can't. Find it just hard to believe. Here's her contradicting herself on free speech.
Founders drafted the First Amendment specifically to protect the rights of citizens to criticize the government. When you cross that kind of societal norm, you must pay the consequence. And firing her was the right thing to do. I'm thrilled that ABC did it.
Notice that. So in 2025, you should be able to criticize Donald Trump and say anything. 2018, no, we shouldn't do that. It depends on who's getting fired. Who have their truth suppressed. She's against it then. But I want you to listen to this little dumb heifer, this little liberal heifer. Every word is profanity because she can't express herself. Should have asked if she want to buy a vial. Then she starts saying you can't have a conversation with the MAGA folk because we're ignorant. The sheer damn stupidity of these people knows no end. But I want you to listen to it now. I'm going to warn you about her language because it's a little salty.
You know what the problem is with you dirty, nasty, ugly, racist MAGA fucks? Is you cannot...
Notice how angry they seem. If you got a man, I bet first of all, he's glad when you're not at home. Secondly, if he does that, you probably make him sit down and TT.
hold a civilized, fucking intellectual conversation about anything that's fucking real. You're so...
Everything is effing.
So goddamn surface level and fucking super...
She has a large forehead, too. Damn. She's how big her forehead is.
All you know how to do is fucking spew your vile, hateful, racist, lying fucking rhetoric.
That's all we know how to do, she says. I bet your mother and father are so proud of you. Do you know who your daddy is? Because I bet he's so proud of you. And she's saying we're the ones spewing hate and racism and everything else. She needs to eat an egg for sure.
And then when you do try to talk about something real and how Kamala would have been the way better fucking...
Kamala would have been way better effing. Kamala Harris. Miss Word Salad herself would have been better. Well, she was the vice president for 4 years. And you said Joe Biden was so competent. Why they didn't fix anything then?
Choice. You come at me with some Israel and a fucking war? Bitch, they're in a fucking war.
She seems pleasant to be around, right?
The projection is...
Her damn foot. Look at the eyes in that forehead. That's a demon possessed. She's crazy as a road lizard running across the street when an 18-wheeler is coming up at full speed. Look at that. The eyes don't lie. And that forehead. Damn. I like to wrench your forehead because I'm going to put some words on there. You going to rent that space, your forehead?
Fucking astounding. Especially after seeing everything going on
Notice how forceful she's talking.
Right now. Peaceful protesters are being...
Peaceful protesters? Really? Same thing y'all said about George Floyd.
Fucking pew-pewed and fuck...
Pew-pew? What does that mean? You've been saying F all this time. Now you want to say pew-pew. You can't say shot, but you can say F.
Fucking ran the fuck over. Democratic lawmakers are getting fucking pew-pewed and...
You mean the Democratic lawmakers who was put in there, the fellow who did the shooting was put in there by Tim Walz?
Unalived and were fucking arrested. People are getting...
You have such a vast vocabulary. She really does.
Snatched off the street and put into fucking camps.
This is a lunatic. She really is. This is crazy.
And you don't give a
if you play like the drinking game, every time she says the F word, you take a drink, you'd have been drunk already.
And defend your fucking decision. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I bet you her little friends with the low IQ told her, oh my God, Missy, you were on fire. You really told those MAGA folks off. I bet they won't mess with you anymore, Missy. God, you're so brave. You're my hero.
Ew. They enrage me so fucking much, and I cannot.
They enrage me so effing much. And like I'm so enraged and like.
Not talk about anything fucking real with anyone in my fucking life.
Think about how many times she didn't use F and she ain't said really nothing. This is a whole lot of talk about absolutely nothing.
I've got the one side who does fucking believe in the same things I do, just la-di-da going about their fucking life as
somebody told you to come on the air and talk trash because you was talking trash to them, didn't they? And you think that you're saying something smart. She really thinks she's really letting us have it. Ooh, I'm so hurt.
as if shit isn't happening. As if at any moment, if your skin is a little bit too tan in the summertime, you could get snatched off the fucking street.
I wish they'll snatch you off the streets.
And then they make you feel like you're crazy for giving a fuck.
Lord have mercy, these damn communists, boy. I can't take it no more. I really can't. But see, the first thing that they like to do is they like to take your freedom of speech. This is what the disinformation campaign was all about. Nobody knows how to frame something like a communist, because the communists will tell you, we're doing this for your own good, but you're too stupid to know it is for your own good. So let me violate your rights. In order to save democracy, we must destroy democracy. In order to save free speech, we must destroy free speech. And I'm going to tell you something that you might have never even heard. I think it was 1973, if I'm not mistaken. I should have went and found the clip. I don't got time to find it right now, but I think it was 1973, if I'm not mistaken. Wait a minute. I'm going to look it up just to make sure. It was 1973, if I'm not mistaken. It was Henry Kissinger who went over to visit Mao when he was still alive. I think it was 73. Hold on a minute. Mao and Henry. Let's see if this Henry Kissinger. Republicans and Democrats love Henry Kissinger. I always hated that piece of trash. Oh, here it is. I was right. No, I'm sorry. It was 1971. Looks like. Well, according to this one, somebody said 1971. Oh, he visited again in 73 too? Came to China to meet. Okay, somebody got it wrong. Some people said 73. Some people said 71. Maybe he visited more than one time. Let me show you. Republicans and Democrats both love Henry Kissinger. I've always hated Henry Kissinger. Sound like Kermit the Frog or something. Now, Mao had already killed millions of people, and Henry Kissinger goes over to visit Mao. Can't make it up. I'm going to show it to you. So next time somebody says it's not true, you can show it to them. I thought it was 70. Well, one site says it's 73. This person here is saying 71. This person here is saying 73. Looks like a different meeting. So let's look at the first. Look at Henry Kissinger. I can't hate that. I hate that communist bastard. Look at Henry Kissinger, his admiring for Mao. All communists love Mao. Remember when the woman, I can't remember her name, but she was Barack Obama. Her and her husband advises Barack Obama. She said one of her favorite people is Mao. Mother Teresa and Mao, she says. Now, why would Henry Kissinger go meet somebody who's responsible for killing millions of people? And see, the left don't have a problem with Mao, but they got a problem with Donald Trump.
他对此事做了一番评论，问我，当他看到我的妻子觉得。
Now, here's the other one, Henry Kissinger. This is the one he said from 73.
在学英语。1973年，基辛格来到中国见毛泽
Your mother.
东。谈话间，基辛格突然问道
Every time Henry Kissinger met him, he was smiling. You'll notice that the left is like when the Chinese dictator from China, the current president of China, came over here. He went to California. Galvin Newsom, all of them, they were tripping over themselves. They even cleaned up the homeless encampments because this communist, he's just like Mao too. And they were sucking up them. Oh, we love him. He's wonderful. Wonderful. Mao is so wonderful. They'd be singing it. Henry Kissinger.
听说主席阁下正在学英语。毛泽东回答：“只会几个单
So does Henry Kissinger speak Chinese?
词，如 paper tiger 之类的。”在场的人开怀大笑。
So he asked him in 1973, he asked, I heard your excellency is learning English. He called him your excellency. He said, he only know a few words, paper tiger.
Paper tiger 在英语中
Look at Henry Kissinger. I like to pistol whip that piece of trash. If you ever want to have some fun, it's a fella by the name I mentioned before. I got a book. It's called Dope Inc. And it shows how Henry Kissinger and all of those banks in the left flooded the country with drugs. They built their empire. These financial industries built their empire on freaking drugs, opium, and everything else. They're for drugs. There's never been a war on drugs, and there never will be a war on drugs. Communists love drugs because they can enslave you with drugs. See, I like being in my right mind. I don't like to be under the influence of nothing. I like to be in my right mind because whenever they have you dependent on some type of substance, eventually they're going to try to control you with that said substance. But Henry Kissinger, this communist human excrement, he's so happy with meeting Mao. Oh, Your Excellency. And notice you never hear the Democrats saying anything bad from against Mao. Because communists love Mao. They don't think anything that he did was actually wrong. And if you say it's something wrong what he did, it's because you don't quite understand it. He's misunderstood. Kind of like Nina Simone sung the song, I Don't Want to Be Misunderstood. Yeah, he's misunderstood, all right. He's a communist human piece of excrement. That's what he is. All communists are, including ones over here now that everybody's constantly voting for. So there you have it. All communists love communist dictators. No matter how many trash they talk about Adolf Hitler, they like Adolf Hitler. But see, if you can control the speech, if you can control what people absorb and take in, see, this is why they're pushing the whole transgender movement. See, communists really don't have any standards. That doesn't mean all communists are some type of immoral creatures when it comes to sex or anything. Most are, but not all. Some can pretend like they got virtue, but they don't have a problem with people dying and being murdered. They got more disdain for you than they got for dictators. But let me see. I think I got this. I got another one I want to show you guys. Let me see here. I played that one. I showed you her too. Showed you that one. No, I don't want to show them more Sunday. I didn't have enough for that heifer. Really gets on my damn nerve. There's no sad part about it. What's his name? John Featherman is the smartest person in the Democratic Party right now. He said, we got to stop calling Donald Trump fascist and Hitler and stuff. It's getting tired and old. See, you can abuse using a word that's not true too much. After a while, you'll be like Chicken Little saying the sky's falling. Nobody's running. Nobody's paying attention to you. But that's what communists do. They take your freedom of speech first. After they take your freedom of speech, they want to take any kind of weapons you may have to defend yourself. Then you're vulnerable. And if something happened when your loved one gets murdered or something, that's why we're so sorry for your losses. Move on to the next one. Sad. Free speech is dead in America. That's a fact. And if you understand something, is that soon as you say something that the left, they got an approved list that they say, if he or she says this, shadow ban them at first. If they don't get the lesson then, because you're taking their money, just kick them off your damn platform. I mean, no difference if you've done something wrong. They believe in censorship. But when it came to Jimmy Kimmel, they didn't believe in it. But now they believe in when it comes to you having your rights. You don't have a right to have any rights. But anyway, we got to get out of here. We're planning on staying too long tonight. Plus, I'm hungry right now. I got to go get me something to eat. I'm hungry. I don't know. Hopefully, we'll be back on the other one. They didn't give me a time frame. They'll let me post videos, but they wouldn't let me go live, and I don't understand the reason why. But maybe we'll find out something by tomorrow. Good night, Common Sense Nation.